Karate Kid Legends. Why all the hate?
I'm sick of hearing it.
It's much better than that.
And I think an extra 30 minutes would have made this movie something really special. Stick around for more. G'day viewers, Retro Man here and welcome to the show. Now I just got back from the cinema. I went and saw Karate Kid Legends. This film was one of my must-sees. I'm a huge fan of the Karate Kid franchise. I also think that Coba-Kai is pretty cool, and I was excited to see how they're going to expand this universe, sending Jackie Chan from the 2010 film into Daniel LaRusso's world from '84. Seeing those two come together in one big movie was really an interesting premise, and I wanted to see how that would work. And I tell you what, there are a lot of people out there that have really come down hard on this film. They haven't given it a chance. I've heard some people write it off as absolute garbage. They have no interest in it. And if you have no interest in this film, I can understand that. Having Daniel LaRusso and Jackie Chan coming together is not for everyone. You might be a purist that just likes that original Daniel and Miyagi journey, and I understand that. But as things have evolved and moved on, we do have this convergence, and there is a lot of people out there that simply loved the Karate Kid film with Chan in 2010. That was their entry point of the franchise, and they wanted to see Chan back, and they just wanted to see more. And I think that this film tries very hard to be a fan service movie. In fact, it tries so hard, it wants to please everybody and give a little more. So I won't get carried away with plot, but I will tell you a few things. We have the new Karate Kid, Ben Wang, and he moves from Beijing to New York. And straight away, he's confronted with basically a bully. It's a Karate Kid film, and this is a kid in a dojo that looks pretty lethal, and he crosses paths with him, and all of a sudden, he meets this new girl, and he finds out that this guy is the ex-boyfriend of this girl that he is falling for, and there's some interesting things going on, which is just like the Elizabeth Shue, Johnny Lawrence subplot of the original Karate Kid. So it does have that thrust there with the relationship, the passion and the emotion, but we actually don't get to explore much of the bad kid's journey, which doesn't really matter, but there is a couple of touched on moments with him. We definitely see him in the finale, but maybe they could have even shed a little bit more light on his journey. And spoiler alert, I just have to say a few things. Sorry about that, guys. So there will be spoilers. It does have a backstory that does give you more layers about the Ben Wang character, but we wanted more. We wanted a feeling that was more cinematic. We wanted some sequences to actually expand on things. Instead of being a 1-minute sequence, imagine if it was 3 minutes and we learnt a bit more. We spent a little bit more time in that pivotal moment with that character. It would have spoken greater volumes. So just a quick couple of things about the plot. They do set things up well with Daniel LaRusso at the start. They show a flashback from the 1986 sequel, The Karate Kid Part 2, and it does some world building there. We see Daniel talking to Miyagi, and that opens the door up for that connection with Jackie Chan. So it has that at the start. It really pulls you in, and the film does hold you. So that's a plus point. And this new film does do a lot of character development. It does do a lot of world building, and it does have the 2010 film and the 1984 film come together and converge in this big splash of karate energy. But it didn't give audiences time to breathe. Now, it feels at times that it's missing scenes. It is that fast-paced that you go, hang on, I would have liked to have spent some more time here to develop things. It's too eager at times to move on to the next set piece, the next action sequence, the next furious moment. And in that, it kind of misses those character beats that made the franchise so enjoyable. And another thing, guys, is that there's an actor in this film that you wouldn't believe is even in there. Joshua Jackson, Pacey from Dawson's Creek, is in this film. He actually plays the father of the girl that the new Karate Kid falls in love with, and he's an ex-boxer. And the little twist in this film, which makes it even more than a standard Karate Kid film, is that the new Karate Kid actually plays the role of the teacher and trains the Joshua Jackson character to defend himself against some ruthless thugs who he owes money to, and they want to kind of wipe out his pizza shop. And another thing I'll say when I say pizza shop, there's some great shots of pizza in this film, and it will make you hungry. So make sure when you come out of the cinema, there is a pizza store in striking distance. I think if you took your kids to see it, they were at, say, the perfect age of about 10 or 12, they would eat this movie up. So Joshua Jackson wasn't used in a lot of the marketing, but he is in this film quite a bit. He does play a substantial role. He's really cool in it, and it adds, I suppose you could call it, an X factor to the new film. So he was a nice surprise. And Ben's love interest in the film, played by Sadie Stanley, she's fine. She plays a great little part. She's quirky. She shows loads of emotion when need be, and I think she's a welcome addition. In the end, it's a good Karate Kid movie. I'll tell you why. Because all of those generic beats that a Karate Kid movie has to deliver, it delivers all of them to a T. But it delivers them just a little bit too fast. If it took a breath once in a while, this could have been truly great. So it's a good movie, not a great movie, and I just hope that some people that were disappointed, they went away and felt, well, really, what was bad about it? Not too much, really. It's just that we didn't get to spend enough time with these characters to watch them grow. Maybe they did shoot some other extended sequences. Maybe there was more training. Who knows? Maybe the initial cut of the film did run longer and they did have added scenes put in there. There might have been more of Daniel. I don't know. But if they had to put that in there, I think it would have been a more complete film. It just feels like we're missing some scenes. Maybe the Blu-ray release will give us some more scenes. Maybe there's a lot of deleted stuff and they just wanted to make this film full throttle. We'll soon find out, but a little bit more time to breathe with these characters would have been welcomed. And actually, I will say something else. When that 5 Boroughs tournament kicks in, and it really is great in that it's set on a roof and it looks fine and there's some spectacular action. But maybe the one thing that could have taken it to the next level is if they had have given full fan service for us by playing You're the Best by Joe Bean Esposito. If they had have given us You're the Best during that tournament, whew, it really would have given me chills and the nostalgia would have jumped up even more. So all of that aside, maybe next time they can add a little bit more magic with the soundtrack. But this film is still quality. It's still carefully constructed. It is skillfully made, but it's made for 2025 and it runs fast. It's not that cinematic, but it's a pure blast of fun. Check it out. So there we have it. That's my little review on Karate Kid Legends. And guys, I'd like to know what you think in the comments below. If you really didn't like this film and it let you down, please share those thoughts. And if you love the movie, if you think it really worked, if you think the action was great, if you think it made you want to cheer at the end and it had a lot of heart, express your thoughts. And you will see me again very soon. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe. It's been an absolute pleasure. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're alerted for my next episode. Until next time, this is Retro Man, living the dream, retro style. Stay gold.
Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang. But in the meantime, please check out these other episodes.